And let me also extend a warm welcome to all those who are watching this live streaming of today's program. Friends, in a physical environment, we are aware of the threats that may come. But today, a lot of our time we also spend in cyberspace instead of physical space. And often, the threats that may emanate in the cyberspace are unpredictable and they are invisible. And sometimes there could be misleading information which may subject us to unwanted difficulties and challenges. And that's the reason why today, being aware of how we conduct ourselves in this cyberspace, being aware how we can remain ourselves secure from all kinds of threats that may be present in the cyberspace has become extremely important. And the word cybersecurity has become a buzzword today in cyberspace because we spend a lot of our personal and professional time doing work in the cyberspace. UGC has been putting consistent effort in creating awareness about cybersecurity in among the students, staff, and the faculty members in higher educational institutions. This last January, UGC organized a sensitization webinar on cybersecurity empowerment of higher educational institutions towards making cybersecurity more accessible, available, and adaptable for HEIs. In today's event, while we are observing the Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas, we will be doing two things in today's program. One, we will be launching the syllabus of cybersecurity course at both UG and PG levels. And then that will be followed by a presentation uh, on the prevention of the cybercrime and adoption of cyber hygiene by Shri Deepak Vermani, as I mentioned you in the beginning. He is from the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center, Ministry of Home Affairs. Let us now launch the syllabus of cybersecurity course, which is both at the UG and PG level. Friends, teaching cybersecurity in our higher educational institutions is very important. Let's launch it. It is available now on the screen. Well, we have claps both in the physical mode and also in the cyber mode. The syllabus is shown there on the screen, but it's also available on the UGC website. Everybody can download it. This subject needs to be taught to our students and other interested persons in the higher educational institutions because we need to make sure that sufficient awareness is created among the stakeholders. And the syllabus that we have just unveiled, it gives a broad guideline and the teachers who will teach this subject will have the flexibility to balance between the time requirements and the depth of coverage, because we don't expect that everybody will become an expert in cybersecurity, but at least they should have the basic awareness. And there are various things that can be taught as part of this syllabus, both at UG and PG level. And we are also aware that the universities may not have the experts who can teach this syllabus. In those cases, the universities can approach industry experts or experts from other universities and IITs and invite them to give the lectures as part of this course. And UGC has also requested all the higher educational institutions to celebrate the Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas on the first Wednesday of every month. And we have also requested the higher educational institutions to appoint one of their faculty members as the Chief Information Security Office at their institutions, so that if UGC has to contact a person responsible for cybersecurity in the universities, we can contact. I would like to now request Shri Deepak Vermani, Deputy Secretary from Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, to make a presentation. And after the presentation, we will also have a question answer session. Shri Deepak Vermani, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Chairman UGC, and good afternoon to all. So this is really a heartening moment for us that UGC has launched a syllabus on cybersecurity course for undergraduates and postgraduates, especially on the Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas. And as you rightly said that the cyber hygiene and cyber security, they have taken the prominent place in the country on account of the digitalization. And the more the digitalization, the more challenges we'll face in relation to the cyberspace. We basically, I4C Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center is an organization working under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And we are the body which is for the prevention of cybercrime across the country. So we have the mandate to coordinate with multiple stakeholders and also to come up various policy initiatives across the country in consultation with multiple stakeholders for the prevention of cybercrime. The concept of Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas, sir, it was conceived last year in the Ministry of Home Affairs when it was realized that there is a basic need and the need is to also have the regular cyber hygiene propagation across the country. So it was thought that at least 1 to 2 hours on first Wednesday of every month need to be devoted for cyber hygiene across the country. And the primary request was made to all the states, all the chief secretaries and administrators of states and union territories, all the DGPs, and subsequently all the secretaries to ministries of Government of India were also requested that cyber hygiene, for cyber hygiene, the Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas needs to be celebrated. So for us, the foremost is the colleges and the schools. And I'm very happy to be a part of today's conference through VC, wherein all the vice chancellors and principals of colleges are present. So we feel that this course launched by UGC will be adopted by all the universities across 40,000 odd colleges, so that this course can be taught for all the streams, whether the student is of engineering or maybe an MBBS or maybe a BBA or maybe from the arts background. Because we feel very strongly, sir, that cyber hygiene needs to be taught for a minimum period to all the students across the country. So with this background, we'll have a small PowerPoint presentation. We'll take you through some of the initiatives which you have taken, and then we'll also come to various cyber hygiene which you are propagating. We'll be more than happy to collaborate with the colleges separately also in case they want some of the cyber hygiene courses for their students. Yeah, so I hope the screen is visible to all. Next. So as I mentioned, I4C basically is a body under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. It's a specialized scheme created which acts as a nodal point to fight the cybercrime. So primarily we have 7 verticals. The 3 main verticals which we of use to the present August gathering is, one is the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. This is a centralized portal across the country called as NCRP, which you can see as the second point on this slide. This is a common portal. The name is cybercrime.gov.in. I'll repeat, www.cybercrime.gov.in. So this is a common portal across the country wherein citizens can file the complaints relating to any cybercrime. So be it the financial fraud be it any kind of, say, morphing of the, say, photograph of an individual, be it copying of someone's profile on the net, be it WhatsApp impersonation, be it any kind of crypto crime, etc. So this is a common portal across the country, and all the police stations across the country in all states and UTs have been integrated with the system. So the beauty of the system is, sir, once the complaint is filed by the citizen, it reaches on the real-time basis to the nearest police station, which has been opted by he or she as a citizen. So till date, after the launch of this portal in August 2019, we have registered around 14 lakh complaints across the country. So that's a huge number, a huge challenge for the state police authorities. And parallelly, it also gives us a detailed analysis as to what is the trend of the cybercrime complaint across the country. So by analyzing the complaints at a broader level, we try to understand what kind of modus operandi is being carried out by the cyber fraudsters, or in the cyber attacks in relation to ransomware, etc. And then we try to issue multiple advisories for the ministries, for the states and UTs, and as well as to the citizens also. Second important point on this slide is the point number 4, that is NCTC, which is National Cybercrime Training Center. So we have established a state-of-art NCTC training center within Delhi, and there are multiple courses of 72 hours to 5-day courses for state police authorities. So any government functionary, if someone wants to register for this course, one can join the course online. And after the completion of the course can be done in 3 days. It can be done in 300 days also. So the officer is at the liberty to work on this course and take this certificate after the completion of the course. Around 28,000 police officers have been registered, and around 7,000 approximately certificates have been issued after the successful completion of the course. We also have on the right hand side a vertical of I4C, one of the 7 verticals called as NCEMU. So herein we interact with multiple stakeholders to create an ecosystem for prevention of cybercrime. This is just a statistics. As I mentioned that our portal throws at lots of statistics. As I said that we have around 14 lakh complaints registered on this portal. The trend which we saw last year, we took up a random date of 31st January 2021, wherein we received around 458 complaints, if you see it on the right hand side of the screen. So this jumped to 1996, around 2000 complaints in one day on 31st of January 2022, that is after 1 year of 2021. And by this estimation, nowadays we are registering around 3000 plus complaints per day. So we feel that we'll be registering around 4,000 complaints per day. So this is a huge figure, and it poses a great challenge in the cyberspace for all the central and state legal agencies to take cognizance of. So primarily what we feel is that the cyber hygiene is the best way to prevent the cybercrime, and hence the universities and colleges and the students of colleges become the prime important stakeholders, so that we propagate cyber hygiene to the extent possible, so that the crime can be prevented. What we have also seen is that around 50%, more than 50% complaints on the reporting portal, they pertain to the financial frauds. So realizing this, we started a helpline number 1930 last year. I repeat, this is a number 1930. I would like all the delegates and dignitaries present here to propagate this number, to publicize this number 1930. Let this number be publicized in all the classes, at the entrance of college, at all the prominent places in the college. Let there be some kind of quiz to register this number. And what the number does is that in case of any financial fraud, if it happens with the citizen can call this number 1930. 1930 as of now is operational in all the 36 states and UTs. And we are also requesting states and UTs that this 1930 helpline number should be available even after office hours and also during the weekends. This number 1930, normally the police official man this number, and whenever the complaint regarding the financial fraud is reached on this number, we collect very little evidence, whatever is available with the citizen. For example, the citizen can say that I received a link and I clicked the link and my money was siphoned off. the citizen can say that I received a call and then my money was siphoned off, or I received a call and OTP was taken and my money is siphoned off. So whatever little evidence the citizen provides, we capture that, and on this system we have around more than 115 banks, e-wallet, UPI service providers, as well as e-commerce companies like Amazon, Snapdeal, Flipkart, etc., which have been integrated on the system. So what happens is, once the call is received, we try to see the flow of money. Money normally goes from one bank to multiple banks, and then either the money is withdrawn from the bank through the ATM, or some purchases are done through the e-commerce companies. So we try to stop the flow of money the moment the call is received to us. The catch is that if the call is received after say 20 minutes, it's difficult for us to stop the flow of money and the money is withdrawn by the fraudster. So that's why I requested all the stakeholders present here to kindly propagate and publicize this number 1930 so that we can save the money which is siphoned off by the citizens. Till date, we have been able to save around 135 crore rupees across the country once after we launched the system on in July last year. Thanks. So this is just a small dashboard to say that I4C is in touch with all the stakeholders present across the country. We are in touch with various telecom operators, the regulators, banks, RBI, NPCI, state police authorities, various ministries like MIT, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Consumer Affairs. We are in touch with e-commerce companies. We are in touch with various IITs, triple IITs, UGC, NCRT, CBSE. Parallelly, I think NCRT has also commenced a webinar today to reach to school students, etc. We are also in touch with various mobile apps, then a certain cyber security agencies. So this is I4C is a body which interacts with multiple stakeholders. We'll be more than happy to receive some feedback from you so that we can take up the issues in relation to the prevention of cybercrime. Next. So as I mentioned, this helpline number 1930 comes under a module called as Citizen Financial Cyber Fraud Reporting and Management System, that is CFCF RMS. And if you see on the dashboard, all the government banks, mostly private banks, the major ones, the payment aggregators like Razorpay, etc., e-commerce companies, fintech companies are integrated in the last 1 year, and we have saved more than 135 crores with the help of this system. Thanks. Since the complaints are received on daily basis, as I mentioned, we are receiving around 3,000 complaints per day across the country. We also provide cyber safety tips to the citizens by the name social media handle Cyber Dost. So the Cyber Dost social media handle, this is another request from my side for today's interaction, that the students can be requested to join any of these social media handles Cyber Dost in any of the 9 social media platforms. So be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Telegram, etc. So we are available at all these social media platforms. We provide cyber safety tips on daily basis. And also there are more than 100 videos which are available in relation to the cyber safety tips. In case any college or university wants these videos, we'll be more than happy to share the videos. We have on the subsequent slides the email addresses of us. So you can just write to us, 2-liner letter to us, just a 2-liner email, and we'll be happy to provide all the videos so that these videos can be propagated across the colleges. We have around more than 7 lakh followers, which keep on seeing the cyber safety tips on daily basis. So this is just one of the videos. We just like to highlight that such videos are available with us. Yeah. Next. Yeah. So we have such short videos. We have such short videos which are available with us. You can ask for these videos. We'll be happy to share these videos. If someone wants the soft copy of the videos also, we can provide that so that you can also replicate in your own languages, vernacular languages across the country. So we are available at these addresses. I'll just pause for 20 seconds. One can just note down the addresses, email addresses, and we'll be more than happy to provide these short videos as well as some of the graphics which we are launching on daily basis for cyber hygiene. Yeah, so these are certain responsibilities and recommendations for CISOs. As you all know that the Government of India Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has provided various guidelines as the roles and responsibilities of the CISOs, Chief Security and Information Officers. And these guidelines were released in 2018. Next. So what we see is that the attacks which happen in the organization or to the individual primarily belong to any of these attack vectors. The attacks, they come from the mobiles, maybe from the pen drive, from the social media platforms, maybe from the social engineering tactics being used by the cyber fraudsters, maybe from the vendor or the supply chain, or maybe from a disgruntled insider, which leads to the cyber risk and data security risk to the organization. So this is a snapshot of the certain critical lapses which we found in the cybersecurity domain across multiple organizations. I think more or less we are aware of it, but I'll just repeat for the sake of discussion subsequently. One, what was seen was that the passwords are mostly the guessable passwords which were used by the government functionaries and the private functionaries. There were no auto locking during the inactivity of the desktop or the laptop or the mobile system. No antiviruses were installed at some of the places, and even the antivirus softwares were outdated. Cracked MS Office was used, which leads to the cyber attack or the cyber threat in the organization. Data sharing was being done on the Google Drive or some other drive or through WhatsApp, which primarily need not be done in cases of the sensitive data. Then USB drives, unregulated USB drives were used, and the scanning of USB drive was also not done properly. The Windows were unsupported. Windows 7 was being used in some of the departments, which can pose a threat to these individual computer systems or to the network also if the computer system is interlinked in the network. Then it was also seen that remote access application like AnyDesk, TeamViewer, etc. were also used for the genuine purpose and then subsequently misused by the cyber fraudsters. No data backup policy was seen in some of the places. Then there was no policy in relation to the archive of the data after the data is not being used. And sometimes the systems were also found to be infected with the malwares. So I think this shows some kind of a thought and some kind of road ahead for all of us. I'll just read this slide for the benefit of all. One, as the in charge of the cybersecurity in all the ministries and all the colleges and universities, we need to have the updated license operating system. There should be endpoint protection should be available. Also, the antivirus needs to be updated. We need to have the updated inventory of all the IT assets. There has to be some process of incident monitoring solution. Then the USBs need to be used very restrictively. In case of sensitive data and sensitive places, there has to be decent protocols for the USB devices. The incident which happens with any organization needs to be reported to CERTIN immediately. Recently, in April this year, CERTIN, which is another body of Government of India, has released the guidelines relation to the incident reporting, and it says that any incident which happens of cyber attack, it should be reported to CERTIN within 6 hours of the incident. We need to have the secure mobile phone usage, the security for the applications available with us, and the vendor risk management also needs to be done before picking up or taking any hardware or the software from any vendor. Next. So this is a guideline which I was mentioning regarding CERTIN. CERTIN has just recently released the guidelines under the provisions of the Information Technology Act. And if you see the table below, it mentions different kinds of attack which happens, and hence we are duty bound to provide the information of the incident to certain. So I'll just read 2-3 of them. One, say data leak. Second, compromise of critical infrastructure. Third, unauthorized access of IT systems. Fourth, identity theft, spoofing, etc. So these 20 points have been mentioned in the guidelines of certain, wherein we are duty bound to report any incident to certain, so that certain can provide the advisory to other departments to take safeguard adequately. So, such kind of news articles we keep on receiving on day-to-day basis. We have seen the IT system being used and misused in the Ukraine-Russia war. It is also a kind of a hybrid war, and there is a decent amount of IT-based army available at both the sides of the country, while the physical war is fought on the ground. We also see there's an article which says that 70% of the India's firms, that is the companies and the corporate bodies, were hit by ransomware attack in the last 3 years. That's a phenomenal, huge number, and it throws us a great amount of challenge that we need to be secure in relation to ransomware attack across the country. And these there are certain basic tools which we mentioned in the previous slide. If we take safeguard of these, at least we'll be preventing some of the such kind of attacks. We also see lots of fraud and phishing emails and SMSs which are being sent on daily basis to us. On the right hand side in yellow color, you are seeing that there is a message regarding the part-time job, which is a fraud message. And if someone clicks at the URL, this is a fraud URL. It tries to siphon off the money from our banks and wallets and UPI services. We are also seeing lots of pre-activated SIM cards which were seized by various police authorities, which were being used to make calls and also send the fraud SMSs to the citizens. So this is the detail of the responsibilities of CISOs. I request all the colleges and universities to nominate an officer to be the in charge of the cyber security and information security, and also for the prevention of cybercrime in all the colleges and universities, so that we take safeguards of the IT systems, the organization, as well as the individuals. Now I'll pass on to my colleague who will brief you about the futuristic cyber attacks as well as some of the cyber hygiene tips.
So we'll be speaking on two categories. One is the attacks that can take place in future, and one is the cyber risks that are in present. So we have highlighted three major issues based on our usage. So we use Bluetooth in day-to-day operations, like everyone has smartwatch. We have an Bluetooth remote control for air conditioner. We have a smart wear glasses. So one of the risks that we are seeing in a near future is that the Bluetooth could be used as a major hacking method by the cyber criminals. So in case if we are deploying these devices at our homes or for our personal usage, we must be careful on the same. Next. Next one is bad bots. So जिसको भी थोड़ा इसका टेक्निकल नहीं नॉलेज है, सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बॉट्स इज कि जो आप रेगुलर कोई काम करते हैं तो उसको आप ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं, एंड दैट ऑटोमेटेड वर्क विल बी डन बाय अ सॉफ्टवेयर, एंड दैट सॉफ्टवेयर वी कॉल इट एज अ बॉट. तो जैसे IRCTC में इट वाज देयर इन द न्यूज़ कि टिकट बुकिंग तत्काल जैसे 11 बजे खुलता था तो ऑटोमेटिकली एक सॉफ्टवेयर उसको बुक कर देता था. सो दिस इज अ बिगर रिस्क बिकॉज आप जब पकड़ने के लिए जाएंगे तो यू कैनॉट इम्प्रिजन अ सॉफ्टवेयर. सो दैट इज द सेकेंड रिस्क दैट वी आर सीइंग. एंड राइट हैंड साइड इफ यू सी 1 लाख फेक अकाउंट्स को ऑपरेट कर रहे थे ये बॉट्स इन यूक्रेन, जिसको बॉट फार्म्स बोलते हैं, एंड दे वर क्रिएटिंग फेक न्यूज फॉर द गवर्नमेंट. सो दिस इज द सेकेंड रिस्क दैट वी आर सीइंग, ऑटोमेटेड operations. Next. Ransomware, we are seeing a lot of complaints from schools and colleges कि हमारे computers या servers हैक हो गए या हमारा जो डेटा था वो लॉक हो गया. रिसेंटली अगर आपने न्यूज़ में भी देखा है तो देर वाज अ ransomware अटैक ऑन ऑयल इंडिया, जहाँ पे पूरे जो ऑयल इंडिया विच इज़ ऑयल एंड गैस PSU जो 7 to 10 days के लिए ऑपरेशंस बंद हो गए थे. तो दिस इज इंक्रीजिंग, एंड एज वी आर मूविंग टू क्लाउड, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि बिल क्लाउड में कंप्यूटिंग बिल बचाने के लिए हम एंटीवायरस यूज़ नहीं करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से आवर सिस्टम्स गेट इन्फेक्टेड बाय रैंसमवेयर. और रैंसमवेयर का इशू ये है कि एक बार आपका लॉक हो गया सिस्टम, देन इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अनलॉक इट एंड गेट योर डेटा बैक. तो इसके लिए this is one of the risks that we are seeing going forward. Next. और लेट्स कम टू द मेन टॉपिक, दैट इज साइबर हाइजीन, कि क्या चीज़ ऑनलाइन हमें करनी चाहिए और क्या नहीं करनी चाहिए. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल येट पावरफुल मेथड्स एंड टेक्निक्स. नेक्स्ट. सो वी विल स्टार्ट विथ सोशल मीडिया, क्योंकि मेजरली हमारा टाइम जाता है सोशल मीडिया में. व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, स्पेशली बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हैं इसका, जो स्कूल एंड कॉलेज स्टूडेंट. सो वी हैव स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम देयर. तो एक चीज़ हम कॉमनली देखते हैं फॉर ऑनलाइन थिंग्स फॉर स्टूडेंट्स स्पेसिफिकली, कि जो स्टूडेंट्स एंड मैनी ऑफ द एडल्ट्स एज वेयर, कि वी ओवर शेयर, वी ओवर ट्रस्ट एंड वी ओवर यूज. नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ओवर शेयर इज, कुछ भी हमारे पास आया वी विल शेयर इट इमीडिएटली. नाउ विदाउट वेरीफाइंग कि ये सही था, गलत था, इसकी कोई फैक्ट है कि नहीं है, आई मीन सीधा हम उसको शेयर कर देते हैं. दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड वन इज ओवर ट्रस्ट. मीन्स फेसबुक पे हमें 10 फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट आती हैं तो हम उसको खुशी से एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं कि हमारे फॉलोअर्स बढ़ेंगे या हमारा रेपुटेशन बढ़ेगा. फॉर स्टूडेंट स्पेसिफिकली उनके लिए ऐसा होता है कि जितने ज़्यादा फॉलोअर्स होते हैं उनका उतना रेपुटेशन बढ़ता है. तो दैट इज़ द सेकेंड थिंग इज ओवर ट्रस्ट. और तीसरा है ओवर यूजेज. आप अगर आपके फ़ोन में डिजिटल वेलबिंग में देखेंगे तो यू कैन सी कि डेली हमारा व्हाट्सएप यूजेज 2-3 घंटे का होगा, फेसबुक का आधा पौना घंटे का होगा. सो दिस इज द कॉमन थिंग दैट वी आर सीइंग. तो थोड़ा हमें इसको संभल के यूज करना है. नेक्स्ट. सो व्हाट शुड वी डू फॉर सोशल मीडिया, क्योंकि हमें ये पता है कि सोशल मीडिया यूज करना है, बट सेफ कैसे करना है ये नहीं पता. तो वी आर गोइंग टू टेल यू हियर. देयर आर 6 पॉइंट्स जो आपको करने हैं. नंबर 1 इज कि जो कंटेंट सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट होता है वो ज़रूरी नहीं है हर बार सही होगा. तो बिफोर फॉरवर्डिंग, आगे अगर कहीं फॉरवर्ड करते हैं तो पहले आप उसका वेरीफाई करिए कि इज इट करेक्ट और नॉट. उसके बाद ही आप फॉरवर्ड करिए. स्पेसिफिकली जो व्हाट्सएप में फॉरवर्डेड मैनी मैनी टाइम्स जो ऊपर लिखा आता है, तो दैट इज अ बिट कॉशियस अबाउट. सेकेंड वन इज जो सोशल मीडिया यूज करते हैं, हमें कंप्लेंट्स आती है भाई कई बार कि अकाउंट कोई हैक कर लिया किसी ने, तो उसको हम टेक ओवर बोलते हैं हमारी टर्म में. सो वो टेक ओवर या आपका ऑथोराइज अनऑथोराइज मिसयूज ना हो, तो उसके लिए 2 फैक्टर यूज करना है. थर्ड वन इज कोई अनजान व्यक्ति के सिस्टम से या कोई साइबर कैफे से यू डोंट लॉग इन इनटू द सोशल मीडिया, क्योंकि पासवर्ड आपका लीक हो सकता है उधर से. फोर्थ वन इज हम कुछ भी चीज अगर शेयर करते हैं इंटरनेट पे तो मेक श्योर यू आर शेयरिंग इन अ क्लोज्ड सर्कल. सो वी कॉल इट एज प्राइवेसी सेटिंग. तो आप अगर प्राइवेसी सेटिंग रखते हैं तो पब्लिक में नहीं जाएगा आपका डेटा, आपके फ्रेंड सर्कल में ही आप उसको देख पाएंगे. सो दैट इज द फोर्थ थिंग. फिफ्थ इज लोकेशन शेयर नहीं करनी है आपकी इंटरनेट पे, क्योंकि मैनी केसेस हमने देखा है कि ऑफलाइन चोरी करने के लिए ऑनलाइन लोकेशन देख के चोर घर पे आते हैं. सो दैट इज वाई इट इज सेड कि आप कहीं घूमने जा रहे हैं एंड यू आर सेइंग कि आई एम गोइंग आउटसाइड, आई एम एट दिस लोकेशन, मतलब आप घर पे नहीं है, तो देन समवन कैन मिस यूज इट. तो दैट इज द फिफ्थ थिंग. सिक्स्थ वन इज कि फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट अगर आपके पास आती है तो देर इज अ टिपिकल टाइप ऑफ क्राइम दैट इज कॉल्ड ए सेक्सटॉर्शन. तो आपको गलत तरीके से फंसाते हैं कोई अननोन फ्रेंड जिसको आप जानते नहीं हैं, देन ब्लैकमेलिंग होता है. तो दैट इज द 6 टिप्स. आप उसको यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर सोशल मीडिया टू सेफ गार्ड योर सेल्फ. नेक्स्ट. हाँ ठीक. नेक्स्ट वन इज सिक्योरिंग द डिजिटल पर्सनल फाइनेंस. की लेट्स से इफ यू आर हैविंग अ बैंक अकाउंट एंड हार्ड एंड मनी, तो हाउ डू यू सेव इट. आपके साथ वित्तीय धोखाधड़ी ना हो तो उसकी क्या क्या चीज करनी चाहिए. नेक्स्ट. So here is a question. We'll pause for a while for 10 seconds and let me ask, if you have nothing in your bank account, can someone conduct a financial fraud with you? If you have the answer, you may post it in the comment box. We would be happy to listen to your knowledge. So this is one of the classic case of financial fraud getting sophisticated. Next. So let's see how, okay, someone is saying overdraft. Okay, but for overdraft also you need some, let's say, fixed deposit. Okay, so for so these are the typical SMS that we keep on getting, like your loan has been approved from and direct link. Yeah, you're getting a job, you, and then we are having electricity bill has electricity will be discontinued. Airtel KYC is expired. So this is one of the major modus operandi that these cyber criminals use using SMS. Next. Next. अभी नहीं बताएंगे. And to get the answer of the previous to previous question, we request you to follow Cyberdost, because Cyberdost is a handle that we have created and the answer lies there. So that will be helpful to you. Now this is a phishing page, typical phishing page. If you see Yono SBI, now the page looks like this is a genuine net banking page, but if you see the URL or the website, it is different. Similar in the case of Citibank website, it is asking for your card number, expiry date, CVV. That is itself a dangerous sign. So, and also you think your OTP will save you from the hacking, but here if you see on the screenshot, it is the OTP's phishing page. So hacker will also take your OTP using the phishing page. So even if you have OTP, that will be bypassed. So always check the URL before entering the credentials. Next. Recently, we are seeing a lot of surge in complaints due to instant loan apps. So if you search in Play Store and just type in instant loan apps, you will see many advertisements. So many of these are not approved by Reserve Bank of India, and they are uploaded directly. And these apps, what they do is they charge extraordinary interest rates, typically from 35 to 75%. And also they will steal all your contacts, all your gallery photos, and all your personal details if you install these apps. And then they will blackmail you for this particular recovery process. So we request you to take loan. So someone is writing in comment Beam app. So Beam is managed by NPCI, and that is genuine. We know who is handling it, but these apps we don't know the origin and the source. Anyone is uploading, so that is more dangerous. So if you are availing an instant loan, look for the authenticity and go with the loan apps which are having a banking or NBFC partner. Next. Email will quickly run through. Email security, we will be getting many phishing emails. So never click on those links which are look-alike. Let's say on the screen you are seeing js@gov.in. This can be sent from a ID js-gov.in. So beware of such mails. Also look at the emotions. Any email that is creating an urgency is a suspicious mail. So always be careful by dealing with urgent mail, like urgent action needed, urgently your account will be disabled. Also the malware or the link inside the attachment are dangerous, so always use an antivirus. So these are the basic features of email security. Next. And what should you do if your email gets hacked? So number one is you should change your password. Second one is generally we tend to use the same password for all the different accounts. So always, in case one email account is hacked, change the passwords of other email accounts as well. And third one is possibly your computer could be infected. So always scan it with a reputed antivirus to reduce the infection. And for safeguarding ना हो उसके लिए what should you do is you should verify कि कहाँ से mail आ रहा है, the URL sender. Second one is attachments are majorly seen to contain virus. So if you are downloading a PDF or Word file, scan it with an antivirus and only then use it. In case you miss and download these virus containing file, your antivirus will save you. So always use an antivirus in your system. And last one is it's mandatory to use two-factor or multi-factor authentication, because in case your password is compromised, this will save you from unauthorized email access. Next. Now let us move to mobile and internet security, because majorly our life revolves around this thing. Next. So one of the screenshot that we are showing here is on the left hand side, the loan apps that we recently discussed. So these all loan apps, if you see the second image, all the reviews that are written for the apps are fake. Now, generally, we take decision of any application on the basis of ratings, on the basis of reviews, on the basis of number of installs. Now, if you can see the screen, all the three things are fake. So, number of installs are, they have increased the installs by fake installing the application. Reviews are also fake, and the 5-star rating that you see, all are fake rating. So, what we recommend is, though this is a nice parameter, but we should not blindly go on these three parameters before installing an application. Next. This is a bit technical. If you go inside any of the fake Android application, you can see how they access your data. So first one, if you see, they are accessing your calendar, they are accessing your storage, SMS, contacts. So this is a bit a dangerous thing to install, because once you install this app and run it, your full phone and all the data that is there inside your phone will get into their control. So always be vigilant before installing any of the application on your phone. Next. And owing to this thing, Mighty had blocked many of these applications, including PUBG and Can Scanner. So this is the risk, and government is proactively monitoring these malicious applications. Next. Two more frauds that we wanted to highlight is, number one is SIM swap fraud. So what happens in this thing is ki immediately your phone connection will be disconnected. So let's say you are sitting in an office or in your college or school, and your network connection goes off. Now what happens is, these criminals or hackers will activate your SIM card at some different place, and from there they will access your OTPs and internet banking and siphon off the money. So that is called a SIM swap fraud. You are swapping your SIM from a genuine person to a attacker's phone. Second one is Aadhaar enabled payment system fraud, wherein you don't need even OTP, your biometric fingerprint is enough. So what these people will do is, they will take your biometric from different sources, like from the Panchanama website or from land record website, wherein you have given your biometrics, and then they will create a fake biometric thumb, and they will use it to withdraw the money from your bank. So this is the second fraud that we are seeing lately increasing. So never share your biometrics to unauthorized or unknown places. So that is the second point that we need to highlight. This is a common fraud that everyone would have come across, the OLX, and so it is called C2C listing frauds, customer to customer. So what happens here is, you go to OLX and say that I need to buy a second-hand bike. Now let's say the bike costs 1 lakh rupees, but they will be selling you at 10,000. So that itself is an indication. And now once you say that, okay, I'll purchase this bike, they will send you a QR code, and on scanning the QR code, your money will be debited. So this is a classic case of social engineering using the C2C listing frauds. Second one is sextortion. Second one is sextortion. Sextortion is like they will pose as a girl in front of you, and you will get a friend request on Facebook or Instagram, and they will ask you to do a video call. And once you make a video call with the person other side, they'll record your video, and then they'll blackmail you. So this is the second fraud that lately we are seeing. Next. Account takeover, again a very new thing that these people have discovered. So what happens is, so first of all, let me ask you a question. Would you like someone to look at your WhatsApp chats? I mean, your personal life. So no one likes to reveal their. Okay, we have a question. We'll take it in the end. So now what happens in case of WhatsApp takeover is कि आपका जो OTP होता है जब WhatsApp आप इंस्टॉल करते हैं, तो there is an OTP that you get on the phone. So what these people do is, they will steal your OTP. Now as a citizen or as an educated people, you will not share the OTP directly. You know that it is a secret thing. But to bypass that, what they will do is, they will initiate a call based OTP. So WhatsApp OTP can be requested using two ways. One is through SMS and one is through voice call. So they will request an OTP through voice call, and at the same time they will call you and will ask you to merge the call. So as soon as you do a call conferencing, the criminal will be able to hear the OTP that WhatsApp is telling you on call. So this is called call conferencing based OTP theft. So इससे क्या होता है कि आपका WhatsApp take over हो जाता है, and then he will use it for accessing your confidential files. So next. So ये ना हो उसके लिए, if you are sitting right now, all 150-200 participants or those who have joined, I request you कि you should do this particular activity on your WhatsApp, because almost in India we have 50 crore plus WhatsApp user, and it's very prominent app that people uses. So just go to settings, inside account setting, you see two-step verification. It's very simple process. Yeah, and it's very simple process. And when you put the pin, now the best part is the WhatsApp will not ask you for the pin every time. it will ask you for the PIN once in a while in 15 days, 20 days, or if you are reinstalling the WhatsApp. So in case आपका OTP चोरी भी हो जाता है, if there is a any theft of OTP, then your PIN will save you from unauthorized hack. So that is why WhatsApp has given this feature. So we request you everyone to use this feature. Next. So summing it up, to safeguard your money in the bank account, what you should do. So number one is your OTP and passwords are confidential. Do not share. Also for UPI transaction, you don't need PIN to receive money. PIN is needed to debit money always. So in case you are scanning the QR code and entering the PIN, it means you are losing the money, not receiving the money. Second one is in case you are getting any links, if it is not trusted, do not click. Third one is every month Android releases a security update. So make sure you update your Android operating system along with all the apps monthly, and for apps on regular basis. Fourth one is before making any payment, check the reputation where you are making the payment for e-commerce purchases. If you lose your network connectivity, you may be a victim of SIM swap fraud. So report it urgently. Biometrics safe रखनी है because Aadhaar enabled payment system से they can take out your money. And if you see the right hand side on the screenshot, Yono has a very nice feature of setting the limits of ATM card usage. आपको ATM use नहीं करना है तो you can shut it off from the application. So always use these security features. App permissions are dangerous, as we saw in case of loan apps. So don't install any apps which you don't trust. Jailbreaking gives you many benefit, but on the other side, it is exposing to many security issues. Same in case of Android for rooting. So avoid doing this thing. And last one is generally we tend to sell the phone online and buy a new phone. So before selling the phone, just formatting the phone is not enough because data can be retrieved from the formatted phone as well. So wipe your phone multiple times and fill your phone with junk data and then format the phone to safeguard your deleted data. So this is the main tips of phone security. Next. Now we'll move to laptop and computer security, which we use daily basis. Next. So ऐसे नोटिफिकेशन आपको आते होंगे भाई कई बार कि यू आर अ विक्टिम ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर काउंटरफिटिंग या योर विंडोज इज नॉट जेन्युइन. So if you see the first slide, Windows 7 is already out of support. That means Microsoft is not supporting right now Windows 7. So in case you are using it, stop using it and upgrade to Windows 11. Also, if you have not paid for operating system, like it costs around 5,000 to 10,000, you are using a pirated system which may contain viruses. So beware of these fake or pirated applications and safeguard your computer. Next. This is a very nice utility. You can use it on your computer right away after the session. That is passwords.google.com. So this website, if you go on this website and see the right side screenshot, जितने भी आपने पासवर्ड सेव करके रखे हैं आपके गूगल क्रोम ब्राउजर में, all the passwords that are exposed somewhere in any data leak, Google will show you the list. So if you can see the screenshot, 27 compromised passwords on the different platforms are given. 19 accounts were using weak passwords. So this is the feature by Google. You can use it, especially the first one. Ki in case your passwords are compromised anywhere, let's say recently there was an Uber hack. So if your passwords are leaked somewhere, you will be able to see that and immediately change it. So we request you to use this utility. Next. Also, saving password in the browser is very convenient, but it may leak. So beware of saving the browser passwords. Next. Next. Now, if you can see the screen, generally the cyber criminals create fear. If you see the pop-up window, many times while browsing, we get a pop-up that your computer is at risk. And we click on update or we click on download. If you do this, your system will be infected with virus. So refrain from clicking this pop-up and just close the window right from the taskbar. And also use an antivirus to get yourself protected. Next. So summing it up, we have 5 different tracks of laptop or computer security. If we are using USB, always encrypt it. If you are having a Windows, always update the Windows on a periodic basis, including Microsoft Office. Antivirus is mandatory because you can get the antivirus, you can get virus from any sources, from email, from USB, from any attachments, even from WhatsApp. So always use a genuine antivirus. Next is software installation. Do not use unauthorized software without paying it. Cracked software contains malwares. So pay for the virus and then use it. And last one is, if you are reselling your laptop or if you are giving it for junk, always wipe off your hard disk data before giving it to someone. Next. And in case you are using internet, this is a nice utility, AdBlock Plus. So all your ads will be disabled. So if you are like पसंद नहीं है, बहुत सारे ads आ रहे हैं, तो you can use this add-on AdBlock Plus to protect yourself from the ads. Next. This is the last slide, cyber safety tip for parents. Now what happens is many times there are unauthorized financial transactions in your account, and once you get inside, you know that it was done by your child while playing online games, because many games ask you to put the money inside for buying extra features, and parents are not aware, and then you end up losing money. So do not share your financial passwords with the kids, especially minors. Also, we see that in YouTube has become an essential part of parenting. So never, if you have a minor or a small kid, always use YouTube Kids. So inside Play Store there is a separate application, YouTube Kids, which is having a very good filtered content designed for kids. So you should use that specific app instead of normal YouTube. And on the second point, if you see, there is a good feature. You can see the image as well. There is a feature by Android by default that is called as digital well-being. So if you go through settings in your phone, you can see this feature. तो आपके बच्चे ने कौन कौन से ऐप यूज किए हैं, how much time, daily basis, you will be able to track that. So if he is using more social media and he's a minor, then it's an extra caution that you need to take. And the last one is, many times there are cyber predators, we call it. They take advantage of specifically the females over social media. So if you have a minor or a kid, then always monitor the actions over the social media, because this may be dangerous, and many of the photographs can also be leaked using this method. So these 3 tips are especially for the parents on cyberspace. Next. And at last, since we are at UGC and they are in universities as well, so the course will be the stepping stone for you to enter inside the field of cybersecurity. And being a cybersecurity professional, I will say that it's a very respected and a high demand job currently in India. And there are many colleges and universities, those who are offering the specialization degrees in degrees like BTech, MTech, MSc in both cybersecurity, that is proactive security, and digital forensics, that is reactive security. So go forward with this thing, and in case you are a college or university, you can even start offering these courses. And the course design that UGC has made, it's very comprehensive, that can be made as a reference course to starting this degrees. So thank you. वो अब क्वेश्चन एक साथ लेंगे, बहुत सारे कमेंट्स थे. अच्छा, stop sharing. So we'll go with some questions, maybe chat window. chat खोलिए, extreme right, सबसे last ऊपर से.
Yeah, so till the questions are answered, I'll just like to also inform that in some of these sessions, it has been mentioned to us that there are around 50 lakh IT experts across the country. So that's a huge database and great number of IT professionals available with us. So the course content which UGC has released, I will request the delegates and dignitaries present here to utilize the services of these experts for various specialized sessions by these IT experts. This we are also doing it in an organization also. And what we feel at the end of the day is that the prevention is the key to the success for prevention from the cybercrime. So one of the questions asked was nowadays electricity bill theft fraud is being taking place. So we'll just brief about the modus operandi as to how this crime is taking place. Electricity bill.
So for electricity bill, what is happening is you will go get an WhatsApp or an SMS ki your electricity bill connection. So sorry. So there is a question that पता कैसे चले कि ऐप genuine है कि नहीं? So so there is no direct way to validate if the app is genuine or not, but generally what we suggest is go with the 1-star reviews. जो 1-star reviews होते हैं वो generally आपको पता देते हैं कि क्या है, because 5-star reviews may be fake, but 1-star review may it also may be fake, but if there is any fraud that has happened to anyone, they will put in there कि this app is fake. तो उसको देख के कर सकते हैं, and always be judicious, only use reputed apps for performing the applications. SBI Yono application has similar.
And just to supplement about the app, what is also seen is that the sometimes the ratings are done by the foreigners in case of the fraud apps. So you will have the names like Matthew and John, etc., who will be saying that this is a very good app. So these things give us some kind of hint that these apps may be the fraud apps. As far as the other instant loan apps are concerned, since lots of frauds are being done with the help of the instant loan app frauds, we have requested the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) to have the validated list of the whitelisting apps. So there is a need to caution the students also that they should not fall prey to the instant loan apps, which provide the loans for a very short period with rate of interest up to the tune of say 30 to 35%, and that is to be recovered within a period of 7 days. So once the loan apps are installed, the when we are approving the apps, the data, my all contacts are being sent to the fraudsters. So we should try to be very cautious in relation to the instant loan apps. Now we'll also brief about the biometric fraud as to how it is happening.
So as you rightly said that you use daily for punching. So आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि आधार resident.aadhar website has given a feature कि you can lock your biometric. So go to that website, log in into that website through your Aadhaar card number and OTP, and there will be an option to lock your biometrics. So that can be done to safeguard against these type of fraud. Yes, sometimes fake Android updates are pushed by fraudsters. I mean, not technically correct, because if you are using, let's say, we'll take an example of Uber or Ola. So they will not be pushing a fake Android updates because it will only be with them. So if the app itself is fake, then they can push the updates, and yes, these apps can be installed. Which antivirus is better? So we don't endorse any antivirus as such, but there are many available in the market. You can refer to Gartner's rating or ranking, and that can be used. So how to deal with 0-day attack? It's a very this question belongs to a cyber security community. I mean, may not be interesting to other universities as well. But one answer there is no direct answer to deal with zero-day attack because there is no antivirus cannot detect it. But the answer is if you are using some analytic solution, behavior-based analytic solution, let's say for example UBA, that is one of the ways you can deal with zero-day attacks. Name some of the certifications in cyber security are already available online. Many hundreds of them available. Syllabus, I think UGC will be sharing on the website as well, so that can be taken up. नीचे. Okay. नीचे 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 जाइए. नीचे नीचे नीचे.
So just to supplement till the questions are being read, we normally what we do in I4C is that whenever the fraud SMS are coming to us, we see the English vocabulary of these SMSs. So sometimes, for example, he has written part-time job. So JOB, the O in JOB will be capital and J and B will be small. So there will be lots of grammatical errors which we are seeing in the SMSs. So that gives us a signal that such apps are frauds. And nowadays there is also a trend of sending the short URLs along with the SMSs. So we need to be very cautious before clicking such kind of URLs also.
So one of the question here is हमें कैसे पता चले कि कोई एप्लीकेशन हमारी इंफॉर्मेशन यूज कर रहा है कि नहीं. गो टू प्ले स्टोर में कोई भी एप्लीकेशन होगा, एप्लीकेशन में आप अंदर जाएंगे तो देयर इज एन ऑप्शन ऑफ डेटा सिक्योरिटी जो कि अभी रिसेंटली लास्ट महीने ही गूगल ने इंक्लूड किया है. तो उधर से आप देख के पता चल जाएगा कि कोई यूज कर रहा है कि नहीं. One of the question that we have got online is sometimes we use apps to resize the photos online from Google. Is it safe to upload photo and signature to get them resized from these apps? No direct answer. आप there are many offline tools कि आप अपने जैसे पेंट है आपका कंप्यूटर, पेंट के अंदर भी आप फोटो रिसाइज कर सकते हो. पावर पॉइंट के अंदर भी आप फोटो रिसाइज कर सकते हो. तो इफ द सॉल्यूशन इज अवेलेबल ऑन योर कंप्यूटर, व्हाई शुड यू ट्रस्ट समवन एल्सेस कंप्यूटर which is on website of others? So that is the answer. And how to protect the bank account from phishing and banking frauds? हम साइबर दोस्त जो हैंडल है हमारा, जो ट्विटर पे, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक पे, विच इज़ अ वेरीफाइड ब्लू टिक हैंडल, उसमें वी हैव अपलोडेड मैनी वीडियोज़. ऐसे जैसे सर ने बताया 100+ वीडियोज़ हमने बनाए हैं. सो आप एक एक कंटेंट को देख लीजिए एंड ऑल्सो शेयर इट विद पीपल. यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करना है. वी हैव रिटन देयर. और डू यू हैव अ प्लान ऑफ साइबर वॉलंटियर प्रोग्राम? येस. It is already there on the website cybercrime.gov.in. You can apply for a cyber volunteership program. And are the scanning apps to scan our documents safe? It depends on which app you are using. So many reputed apps are available in the market. You can use them and they have better data security practices. So yes.
So I think thank you very much. I think we have. Yeah, someone wants to ask the question, please. Someone is raising the hand.
And मैं फिर unmute.
So I think we have addressed to some of the questions. At the end, I would like to request, UGC that such kind of seminars are required at frequent intervals and maybe zone-wise also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Professor Deepak Srivastava, sir, Vice Chairman UGC, to kindly give the concluding remarks.
Yes, Deepak Virmani ji, Rushi Mehta, and YK Singh for their very impressive and very detailed discussion on various aspects, and particularly what 14C is doing through its cyber fraud helpline 1930 or cyber dost and all these things. Awareness is very important that we have seen. And one thing is very sure that in this era of industry 4.0, we cannot avoid this cyber space. We have to rather take a deep dive into the cyber space. We have to be careful. And Mr. Rushi Mehta ji has very clearly mentioned that many time mistakes are from our side. We use pirated version. We don't use this protection that are being provided. We avoid the precautions and all these things. So we we are doing it knowingly. So no agency or no nodal agency would be able to do that. We have to volunteer, and we have to see that how certain things are happening and how we can improvise it. And we have Mr. Rushi Mehta ji has also given a very detailed description of different types of crimes and safety tips so far as mobile phones are concerned, smartphones are concerned. Even while we are selling our smartphones, a lot of exchange program. This is a festival time. A lot of exchange programs, a lot of replacement plans will be coming. So how we have to take care of the things, and even computers, many people use pirated versions, or to save some money, but ultimately they lose it. So I think this was a very this eye opening discussion on the part of 14C, and very much grateful. And partnering University Grants Commission, which has launched today, our honorable chairman has launched today this syllabus of cyber security course, both at undergraduate and postgraduate level, which we will improvise, and our partners will improvise it in future. But I think because MHA is working, 14C is within MHA, and they must be trying to understand the psyche of the criminals, because it's very important to understand the psyche of the criminals, under what's and who are their gurus. Basically, we have to chase and catch their gurus, because there are so many people who are doing all these things, fake videos and all these things. One of the question that I liked, one of the question that was asked from the participants, is that could there be an Indian version of this antivirus? So आज हम आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात कर रहे हैं, एक विकसित भारत की बात कर रहे हैं, तो शायद ये बहुत ही आवश्यक होगा कि हमारे जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं वो इस पर देखें। अगर ये और इनबिल्ट अगर कोई सॉफ्टवेयर इस तरीके से आता है, तो शायद बहुत ही अच्छा होगा, प्रिकॉशन ले पाएंगे। On behalf of University Grants Commission, New Delhi, on behalf of our chairman, I would like to convey my thanks and congratulations to 14C team, especially Virmani ji, Rushi Mehta, and YK Singh Sahab, who have graced the occasion today. I would also like to thank the vice chancellors, the principals, and I have seen participation at some point of time went up to 200, close to 200. So I must thank all of the participants, and I will appeal the participants to volunteer and to join the hands with 14C and University Grants Commission and several other educational institutes to take this mission forward, and to save and secure and aware the people who are using this cyberspace and these things. With these words, I would like to close this discussion.